I think that would happen. I think this judge will do whatever he wants. I mean, we're seeing it already happen. The fact that there's a one-sided First Amendment issue that only applies to the defense, who, by the way, by design, gag orders, they're to protect the defendant, typically. And we've seen time and time again, these judges threaten to put his lawyers in jail, him in jail. It's an extreme measure that I've never seen happen, but that's what happens when we have judges and people sitting with TDS that really don't know how to put politics outside of the courtroom.
This is a judge that any other situation would likely recuse himself. His
Right.
daughter had a picture of Trump behind bars as her Twitter profile picture. He donated to Joe Biden's campaign in 2020. Yesterday, it was fascinating. He suddenly decided that Donald Trump can go to his son Barron's graduation on May 17th. How did the Trump legal team react to that?
I mean, I think that's, the fact that we have to react to that is insane. These are courtesies that should have been given right away. And the fact that we had to wait this long to know whether he could make his son's graduation, it's crazy. The world we're living in is politically motivated in the lawfare. I mean, the president calls it what it is, witch hunts. It's legal lawfare, it's political lawfare, and it has to stop. I'm happy that he can go to his son's graduation, but at the same time, the fact that it was a question is incredibly telling.
Is it constitutional to broadly gag a defendant, Donald Trump in this case,
No, I think
in this manner and fashion?
No, I think it's completely unconstitutional, especially when you're the leading candidate right now in any side, Republican and Democrat. I mean, he's a former president. He's probably going to be the future president. There's no question in my mind, as long as they don't steal or lie or cheat, right? And this is what you're doing. You're taking away his voice. It's crazy to me. Meanwhile, let's not forget that their side, their witnesses, are speaking freely, that you have journalists, you have witnesses, people that are involved in this case directly, people that started this case, are able to speak freely on social media, on the news, and the gag order does not apply to them.
Michael Cohen, one of those people, by the way, he hasn't stopped talking since they said that he was going to be the star witness in this case. Are they able to believe somebody who's a convicted liar?
I think in New York, you have to remember, we're in look, he's on liberal media, left-wing media. That's where he appears. And we are in a blue state. And not only that, the jury pool is from Manhattan, just Manhattan, where every block is blue, right? So the pool is left. And that's what we're dealing with. How we're going to deal with them looking at Michael Cohen and not thinking that he's not credible. It would be shocking for any person in my mind to think that, but that's who he speaks to.
What do you make of this jury? The process was rushed. The judge wanted opening statements 2 weeks ago on a Monday. He made that very clear.
Yeah.
What does the legal team think of this jury?
I think, I'm not going to hound a jury. I think that's inappropriate. What I think is we're in a blue state. And the legal team knows that. We've filed motions to move the venue of this trial, and they were denied. Again, motions that go before the judge who wants to sit on this, who obviously has left-wing affiliations that are incredibly strong and should have recused himself.
What are the odds that he avoids conviction, or there's a hung jury or something like that?
Yeah.
Now we're in, what, week 3 of testimony
Yeah.
now? We have an idea of who these jurors are. You can sit there for hours each day and stare at them. What feeling do you have, just based on your experience, that this might actually go in Trump's favor?
Look, yesterday they brought witnesses on that were good for the defense. Let's be clear. And the truth is, if these jurors are given proper instructions, if they look at the law, if they look at the facts, there has been nothing provided thus far. It's noise. All it is noise and political motivation. If they apply law to fact, they will see that President Trump has done nothing wrong. This is a complete hoax. I mean, I hate to use the word, but it's overused, but it is the truth. It's a hoax. And when you look at it and you say, okay, if you're an American person and you care about the law and you worry about yourself being put in this situation, then you should decide very correctly and very swiftly that President Trump did nothing wrong. He was in the White House at the time, for crying out loud. I mean, what is more evident than that?
Just quickly, there was a report in the New York Times, again, look at the source, that Trump has been frustrated with his legal defense thus far throughout this trial. What do you say to that?
I say that that's the same thing they do every time there's a trial. They talk about the lawyers because anything Trump is clickbait. The truth of the matter is, I think he's frustrated with the case. I think anybody that is watching this that's got their head on straight is frustrated with this case. But this has nothing to do with the legal team. They're doing a great job.